Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are back with an amazing video for you that is based on Firebase Analytics in Flutter. Firebase Analytics is a powerful tool with which you can monitor your app user behavior and activity, and you can also send the user attributes from app to the Firebase so that you can monitor all the attributes and activity, and based on that activity you get action items from Firebase that you can utilize to improve your app performance and experience. But before diving to that, if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please make sure you like, share and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon as well. Now here we will create a Firebase project for our Firebase Analytics. So let's give it a name of Firebase Analytics and tap on continue. From here we can enable Google Analytics for our project. So we'll enable it, tap on continue here, select an account. We will go with the default account for Firebase and tap on create project. Now we have integrated our Firebase project into our Flutter application, which is right here. And you can see we have a shopping cart app and we have integrated the Firebase Analytics projects into our Flutter app. From here, Analytics, we will tap on dashboard, and this is our dashboard for the Firebase Analytics. We can see the different insights here from our app, but we will need to send these logs or events to our Firebase in order to be seen here on our dashboard. We have the different menus here from which we can find different analytics of our app users activity and behavior. So let's come here. Let me explain a bit about the app. From the app we have this shopping cart widget, which is the main widget of this application, and here we are navigating to catalog screen, which is our first screen when the app starts. Let's see started, and this is our catalog screen here, where we have the different items that we can add to cart. We have these chocolate, tea and bag, etc., and these are all added here in the list of items. And here item is a model with the name, price and color, and we have a list of items here, and we are using this list to be shown here on the catalog screen. Let me make some space here. So first we have the catalog here, then we have the icon for cart, on which when we tap we navigate to the cart screen, and down there we just have a list view builder that builds this list of items here, and it has an item widget, which is this one item here, and we are passing the different items from our catalog list that we just saw. So here in the item widget I have added this leading, we have this container which is just a box with a color, then we have the title set, which is the item name, and then we have the price here in the subtitle, and we have this button for add here in the trailing section. So here when we tap on this button, we are using a provider that we have created, and then we have this method add item. We pass the item that this item has been received from the list view builder from the catalog screen. Here we are passing this item from this catalog here, and if we go back to catalog screen, here we have the item widget. We are passing this item and we are passing this boolean. Here we are taking name and also the item price and different things from this item passed here. So when we tap on this add button, so the item is added to our cart, and we are handling the state using this provider. This provider is basically the cart provider that we have created. We'll go in detail about that. Here after the item is added, we are just showing a snack bar that is showing the item that has been added to the cart. So it's just intimating that item has been added to the cart. So this is our item widget. Then we have this provider here. We are using this provider where we have the cart items list, and it is list of item, the model we have just seen here. Then we have this list. We can access this cart item list in our UI from here, and then we have the price getter that gives us the price from all the items. We are using this fold method to compare different values and adding each of them to give you a cumulative price of all the cart items. Like if I tap on add here, we have added chocolate, then we have added tea, and we have added bag. These three have different prices. If we go to cart screen, you can see these three items here, and the price has been calculated here. So it is basically this price. Here we have the add item that take item, and here we add this item to the cart item list here, and then we notify the listeners to update the state, and on reset we just clear this cart. So this is our cart application. We will be using analytics in this application, and we will be triggering different events based on these actions like add and similarly cart and from here if we tap on this down button which is buy, so we will be triggering different events and will be sending data to Firebase. And also let's go to the card screen, and card screen is simple. Here if you go to the card screen, we can see here again we have a list, a view builder, the items that has been added to the cart. Back on the catalog screen we have all the list of items, then here we have just the ones that have been added to the cart, and here we are calculating the cumulative price of these items. So that's all about our application. Now we will be adding Firebase Analytics here. So firstly we can go to the pubspec.yaml file. Here we need to add a dependency, so I will add a dependency here, and that will be Firebase Analytics. And you can also copy it from your pub dev. You can find this package there as well, and you can also use this utility that I just used. You just need to hold Control then Shift and tap P, and then you have this add dependency here, and you can search for any package. It is a very handy tool, you can use that as well. Now let's navigate here, and here we need to create a service for our analytics. So I will call it analytics service dot file. Here I will create a class for analytics, and let's call it, give it the name of service. Here we will have an instance for the Firebase Analytics that came from the package we just add in our pubspec.yaml file, and we can use this instance of Firebase Analytics to send different events and user attributes to Firebase. Now the first step should be analysis of your app, and where you want to add the different events that needs to be triggered and sent to Firebase. Like here in my app I have 2-3 call to actions. Like if someone adds and tap on this add button, I want to send a notification to Firebase that an item has been added to cart. I can also send user details with it, like the user ID and user gender and other things like that, so that I get insights about the user's behavior and what type of users are doing what. Similarly, I can also add an event on this buy button whenever this is tapped, so that I get analytics of these buy buttons tapped, and with that I can send details. So I get an overall user behavior logging here, and it is in the form of these graphs from which you can get actionable items that you can utilize to optimize your app and improve the performance. So for the add, let's add a method with the name add item, and it will be an async, because sending these events to Firebase is an asynchronous operation. So let's just await, and then we will utilize the instance to we can log event. We have different kinds of events available here. We have this log event with which we can create our own event, and we can give it some name like add item, and we can send it to Firebase. And also we have some events already created by this Firebase Analytics package that we can utilize for some common use cases. Like here we have log add to cart. So we have one already built in the package that we can utilize here, and we can add details here like items, how many items have been added to cart. We can add value, currency, etc., and we can also add our own parameters here as well. So we can send we can utilize already built events, or we can also utilize our own custom events here. So we have this add to cart here, so we will utilize it to whenever add item is tapped, I want to use this method and from this analytics service to send details to Firebase about the add to cart action, so that Firebase gives us analytics about the different ads here. So we have this add item here, then we also have this buy or purchase. So here we will use this purchase. The more convenient will be log add item, and here it will be purchase log purchased, so that it is more convenient and readable. Now here let's use await instance dot. We have one for purchase, so I will use log purchase, and we can specify different things here, like we have the items, the different items in the cart. So let's use a list here, and the type will be analytics event item. So I will use analytics event item, and here I can pass the item name or brand, etc. We can pass different things. So let's give it an item name, let's call it chocolate, etc. We can set the currency, and it is going to be pkr. In my case, we can also set some value and different things. We have lots of different things to add here. We can add shipping, etc. Depends on your use case. And here we can also provide, using these parameters, we can provide a map here that can be used to send your own custom parameters to Firebase, like user ID if applicable. You can send a user ID, something like this, to the Firebase, so that you get to know which user did this purchase or which user bought the items. So you get to know about that in the Firebase dashboard here. So it is a very useful tool. Now I need to add these events in the app. We have created an analytics service here. Now I will go back to my screens. Here in my screen I have the catalog screen, where I have the item widget, and we have this add text here. Whenever we tap on this add, item is added to the cart using this provider. Using this provider, this list is updated and item is added here. So here, coming back here to the widget, and here whenever an item is added, we also want to trigger an event, and we can log the details to Firebase. So I will use the analytics service. Better you create a single instance or singleton, and you utilize it to use this log add item, and then we will use .then method. It is of type dynamic. Let's make it future wide. Making it type safe is very important thing, so that you identify errors easily. So here in the widget, I will use this add item, and then .then. Here .then I will log the, sorry, I've used log from mathematics library. I need the other log, but I think it's been used here. The maths log has been used here, that's why we can't use this one. We have to import both here, or I can also use print here, and I will print the event here. Let's call it item event added to Firebase. So whenever this action or this call to log add item event is completed, we are going to be printed here item event added to Firebase, so that we get to know that we have sent the analytics logs to Firebase, and the rest of work is Firebase, that how it renders it here in the form of graphs, so that you get actionable items to get to know about your users behavior. And here if we tap on add to cart here again, let's see start app, and I will tap on this add, and we have an error here which is unhandled missing plugin implementation. It's because we haven't restarted our app. So let's close our app and restart it again, and now you can see our app has been restarted. And if I now tap on add, you can see item event added to Firestore. We have sent an event to Firestore. Firebase Analytics take time to render the events triggered from Flutter app or any other app, so it takes time. We may not be able to monitor the different events triggered, but if we have this print item event added here without any error, so our data has been sent to Firebase. And similarly we have the buy button here as well. So I want to add the purchase event there. So for that I will go to the cart screen, and from the cart screen we have this item widget again. Sorry, we won't be going to item widget, we will be going to the button here, and whenever this button is tapped, I want to use this analytics service to log purchase. And when this purchase is complete, I will log we again have this math, so I will print purchase event added. That will notify us that the event has been sent to Firebase. Since this is not a real world project, so here we haven't added any logic for the purchase here, but we just to show you how we send events or we log different events to the Firebase. So let's see it here. When I tap on this buy button, and you can see we have the purchase event added. Let's make it event, and if I tap on buy again, so these events have been sent, these events have been triggered, and logs have been sent to Firebase. We will be able to monitor it here whenever these are available. You can see You can see here we have one user from Pakistan, which is my location. Actually, it's because I'm sending events to Firebase I'm sending logs to Firebase from my app. So here one user has been detected. So here you have the users in last 30 minutes. So these are the different insights you're sent to Firebase that we can utilize, and we can make our app better. So to give you an idea about how to use Firebase Analytics, we also have the different things that we can do. Let's go to our service, which is this analytics service. Here we have just added events for these two. We can also add some other events, like if I want to add an event for the purchase when the purchase starts. So a checkout session is created where you enter your card details. So I want to send logs of that as well. So here we have something for log checkout session or log begin checkout here. So we can notify Firebase or ourselves that a checkout has been started by a user. So we can also do that, but we don't have this functionality here, so we won't be doing it here. But to give you an idea, we can send different logs here. We can also use a custom event as well. So let's use a custom event. I will use log event, and here we can give the event a name like purchase started, like, or purchase done. And here I can also send different parameters with it, like the user that has started this purchase, like let's give it my name, Shavali. And also we can add some different things about the user, like gender, that is male, and other things like that. We can send these attributes to the Firebase, and based on these attributes and data that will be shown here, we will be taking actionable items to improve our app. So let's remove it here, and I want to use a custom log and want to send it to Firebase. So whenever this buy button is tapped, so the purchase event has been triggered, which is this one, the custom I have created, and the data has been sent to Firebase. And here we will be getting this data, but some data takes time, and it is sent within some hours. It is not sent within some hours, it is sent instantly, but it is shown here, and the graphs are updated in some of hours. So that's why we are not getting all the insights here, but you will see it here on the dashboard. We can also add different events pre-built, like we have one for the whenever our app is opened. So we can send one to Firebase for the activity that that someone has opened our app. So we have this log app open event. So we can put it in the start of whenever someone enters our app. So for that we can add something like here, whenever this run app is executed, so our app has been opened by someone. So we can use the analytics service, or we can directly use the Firebase Analytics, and we can use the instance to log open app open. And whenever someone open the app, so and a log will be sent to Firebase about that someone has opened the app. And if you want to send the user details with it, we can also provide it in the form of parameters, so that you get to know which user has opened the app and how many times the app has been opened. So all details can be gathered here from using these analytics, and you can get in-depth knowledge about your user behavior and what are the features your app users use, so that you get insights and you improve your app performance. Or you can also target some specific users for a special feature or something like that. So it gives you a very powerful, Firebase gives you a very powerful tool to handle those things. That's it for today's video. In the upcoming videos we will be covering Firebase notifications and other things, so stay tuned. See you in the next video. Goodbye.